I don't know who's gonna watch this video. I don't know if anybody gonna pay attention. It really don't matter. I mean, it does matter, but if God don't put it in your heart, or the higher power don't put it in your heart, whether it be Allah, God, Jesus, Muhammad, if it doesn't reach you, if you don't feel like you're chosen to hear this message, then I apologize, because it's coming from, like, people say my silence shows weakness, or I've lost it, or I didn't acknowledge something when I was supposed to acknowledge it. Now, I've acknowledged enough of the things going on in my life to continue to acknowledge it without. Then if I didn't acknowledge it when we had a connection, or you was someone, friendship, a significant other, it wasn't that I didn't acknowledge you, I just didn't want to put you out there in public view. Just like I might have seen you at the store, wherever I'm walking or whatever. But anyways, my name is Anthony Cluciano, Luciano Mussolini. I am the rightful heir, and they say I'm chosen. I know who I am. In certain countries, certain places, they call me Santa Cruz, the rightful heir to the throne of France. But this isn't about that right now. This is about getting just speaking in humanity, because I'm also the commander-in-chief. I was voted the president of the United States. I'm also, I don't know if any affiliations, but this is about God and where He's leading us, where this country, and where humanity, not just this country, but where humanity needs to go as a whole. It's like this. The things going on in my life, it's hard. It's been hard. Some of it's rough, some it's good, some bad. We gotta take the good with the bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But it's not about my life. It's not about y'all's life. It's about the future of the children's life. And if we don't take a step in a different direction to where it's going now, then things are not going to go right. It's like we know our destiny. Some of us feel destiny. Some of us got the M's in our hand, the crescent moon, whoever, whatever, however. Some people might be part of what they call Group 7. And if you're a chosen one, then you only hear this message, because God's only going to let it reach the people it needs to reach. So I just ask you to Father, just grant me the words to reach out to the people who need to hear this and understand this. Alright. So I know it's calling, I know my calling, but it's like some people like all this and I'm all that. It's like I'm still stuck in slow mo. Sometimes I might need a helping hand, but I believe it's all in God's perfect timing. And words and everything, just like say my silence is weakness, this and that, but I wasn't ready, because God wasn't ready for me to talk to the world now. It's like, what's to say? You take a vote right now, who thinks humanity is going, society as a whole, not an individual country. Society, humanity as a whole, as the population of the whole planet. Let's take a vote. And how many people think we're headed in the right direction, the wrong direction, or if we'll never make it if we don't change what's going on. It's like this. It don't matter, white, black, green, yellow, tan, blue eyes, red eyes, mixed, Caucasian boy, girl. It's 2025 going into 2026. All that envy and jealousy, this religion, that religion, to each their own, man. They're giving thanks. They're taking, at least they're acknowledging there's a higher power beyond ourselves, beyond mankind. Okay, it's just like the people in the neighborhoods, I don't care what country, what town, what state, they all had people that have their habits or tendencies. It's like people nitpicking and don't condone, just teach them how to be more mindful and respectful of their environment or the community that they're in. Teach them how to be a productive member of society, just like teaching a child how to just read and write and walk and talk. If we can't take the time out to get to know each other as a whole, and the person standing next to you, how can you expect someone to do the same for you? It's like this. if we don't come together as a whole and work together, regardless of our religion beliefs or affiliation beliefs, if we can't come to one mutual agreement and work together as a whole, then we're never going to make it. And so I'm not saying it's like this and that, all peaches and cream, because don't ever get it twisted. But I've shown a rage I never want to go back to. And it cost me. I was the one that suffered. My children were that suffered. In the past 9, going on 10 years, I suffered more heartache than one person should have to deal with in a lifetime. My children were put through things as infants that they should have never went through. I understand it was God's will, but it was God's will to open my eyes. And sitting here now, I'm thankful because now I know rage and evil is not the way. I understand that's the only thing people in this life respect, is that. It's the only thing they'll listen to. It's like, because you don't rule by respect. You can't keep your power by respect. I seen that on the thing, and it's right. You keep it by fear. But I don't want a person to fear me I want them to fear what will be done to them by society for doing wrong. Not by what the written laws of man, but by the laws of God and what's right. Because what they'll lock you up for as a human, as a man, is not right. They'll lock you up, this, and that. You know, sometimes there's a reason for everything. I understand that. Everything, I wouldn't change none of the things I've been through in this life. The families to being set on fire, to being skinned alive as a child. I wouldn't change none of it, because everything I've been through in this life is to get me where God wanted me to be and where I needed to be as a person. One, I'm a grandfather, father, single at this moment, but that's 24/7 days a week. Also, I'm the white boy Ross from Cleveland Avenue, you know what I'm saying? The real Cleveland Avenues of America. You know? But, so I'm taking it and call it how we want. If we can't come together as a whole and take a stand and go the wrong way, we're on the brink of World War III now. This country, that country, this and that, this and that. Come on, for what? When instead, all right, this person has good grapes and better meat. In this country, it's all about helping each other. We don't work together. That's what I mean, working together. If we come together as a whole, you take 9 of the smallest countries they are. I don't think they're just because they're small, but if you take all of them and put them together and they work together as a whole, you know what? They're going to prosper. And they're going to be a force that's not to be trifled with. In a respectable manner, and in a manner that will shock the world. You know why? It's because the rest of the superpowers, the major, hard-hitting countries, overlook the little guys. They don't take the time out to see what this person they need or what this person needs. But if everybody did that, what their own country, the places of regions and nations they lead would prosper more. You know, one of my goals, and it's still there, it's like one thing I'm planning coming up this week in the city of Villa Rica is keeping the community clean, cleaning the community. And I'm talking about just doing it. You know, I don't know how many people this will reach. I don't know if people pull up. It's not, we don't need no donations. You want to donate something? Just bring some trash bags, stuff like that. We're doing it. It's all about changing the way society looks at y'all. You know, I spent most of my life in confinement, in prison. I've been to some good ones, I've been to some bad ones. But I won't change none of it. But it's not just changing how. My name is Anthony Clusio. And if you know anything about my name and my history, Do you know how society looked at me my whole life? A lot of people like, dang, he don't have his chains on. Yeah, that is true. It's because I learned I had to show, not just for myself, but for everybody that's got a history, that's got a background, that's not on the straight and narrow, or it's got some curves in it or some bumps in it. If I could change my image and how society looked at me, then anybody could do it. But it's like this: how can you ask somebody to lead, to follow you, if you don't show them that you don't care enough about them to show them there's another way, and help provide that way and make a way for that way, regardless if it's teaching them a trade, teaching them a hustle. It's all the same. It's all about taking the time out to show them there's another way. But it's also changing our image in the public eye. I was like, oh man, fuck the public eye, for the minors or whoever. Excuse my language, father, but that's how it is. We're from the streets, whatever. But if you've been in the streets long as us, it's about leaving the streets. Because it's not the law enforcement that protects the streets. The streets protect the streets. If you want it in all honesty of it. It's time for the streets to take a stand, keep our streets clean, just do it for the community. This is where you live at. This is where your family's at. I don't know if you have children, whoever, but you got to show. It's like, what else are we going to do? You want to donate? It's up to you, whatever you want to donate. I'll get with you on a later date about the donation. Probably go through the sheriff's office, the mayor, city of Villa Rica, whatever town you in. But this is where I'm starting at, city of Villa Rica in Carroll County. Don't know, it's just like, I dropped it off in there some ears a couple weeks ago, but I ain't really talking about it too much since then. I know everybody's thinking I've been lacking. I do have memory problems due to this, and whatever. And I know some people have wrote me out for dead, probably had my funeral, whatever. I wasn't dead, I was just tired. Mentally, physically, emotionally, just drained. I miss my children. Dominic, Vontae, Rio, Daryl, Mojo, Dada, Gremlin, Vulture, Angel, Princess, Warner, Moon, Coach, Wade, Kyrie, China, Ross, my granddaughters, Everly, Pure, my grandson, River, Jr., Anaya, Grandpa loves y'all, to my little grandbabies that just had their birthday, just my happy birthday, and Grandpa loves you. To their mothers, I wish y'all the best. I really do. Don't believe all the hype and this and that. To my sons, I love y'all. Don't be too bad and rough on y'all's mama, man. That's still y'all mama at the end of the day. Y'all respect that lady, because she is your mother. Just know your daddy loves you. I'm wrapping this stuff up. God's wrapping it up for us, and I know whatever's ahead is going to be better than where we're at right now. And that's for everybody. Whatever you're going through, it seems like there ain't no end in sight, but it is. And it seems like everybody's against you. They probably are, but it'll be all right. You know what I mean? Just know what you're dealing with and learn how to navigate the waters. That's what it's all about. Navigating the waters and surviving with your mental stillness of yourself intact, and knowing that you made it through. You know why you made it through? Because God gave you the strength, the will, the grace, and the courage and protection to make it through. For it says, I'm in you and you are in me. I'm part of God, man. God's part of us. Allah's part of us. Whatever your belief is, that person is part of you. And he's not going to, if you have faith, I know I asked him to forgive me for, I kind of wavered off, got a little distant from hexes or whatever, man. There's negative energies in this world, but it only grabs what God allows it to grab. And if it does affect something, you forget something, just always remember, it was God's will, and it was needed to get us to wherever He needed us to be. Thank you for that. I ain't gonna take up too much more of y'all night, because I got a couple more things to do this evening. God bless you. Sweet dreams to my babies. I love you and miss you. And So rest of the world, good night. I'm